Hey friends, I'm back. It's Thursday, Thankful, Thriving Thursday. This is a good one today, an excellent one today. I have so much to talk about today. So, come on back, grab a snack, and come on back. Hey friends, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Do you guys remember Welcome Back, Carter? I am really telling my age on this one. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I used to love that show. John Travolta? Oh! What was the other one? Isaac Washington? Was it Isaac Washington Jr.? It was just amazing. I loved that show. I loved Welcome Back, Carter. I loved it. I loved it. But today, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Alexis, and the beautiful Miss Yappy. And we want to talk about today some life-changing lessons that I've learned this past year. It all started with the, let me see. Oops. I'm just dropping stuff and I have so much stuff in my little corner. My little corner is so full. But it all started with Rupi Kaur's writing prompts for gratitude. And I pulled a card last night. And I'm like, well, I really wanted to just sit and write. I wasn't going to use it for a video or anything, but I'm like, this makes a really good video. And the card is, what are 5 lessons you learned in the last 12 months? And I thought that was amazing. And I'm like, I got to speak on that. I got to speak on it. You know, over the past year, I've gone through some huge changes in my life. I've lost 110 pounds so far, plus 110 plus. I've overcome the grief of the loss of my mother. You know what I mean? I found confidence in starting this new YouTube channel. You know what I mean? And I've made so many new friendships at age 60 that I never thought was going to ever happen. You know, and I'm just embracing this new chapter of my life. And so I wanted to come on today and discuss the 5 powerful lessons I've learned after losing 110 pounds and turning 60. Yeah. So like I said, I hope you grabbed a snack to come on back, because we got a lot to talk about. You know, it's really been a journey, and I've learned so many powerful lessons along the way this past year. So many, and lessons that have completely and utterly changed my life. And I tell you that every day. You know, this is one of the things that's changed my life. You all and this platform. You know what I mean? And so today I want to share them with you. You know, whether you're on a weight loss journey or you're dealing with loss or just feeling stuck. You know, I hope that my experiences can inspire you. You know, I hope that I can inspire you. I hope that something in this video resonates with you. You know, I really, really do. You know, so my first lesson, you know, is, you know, I really learned what my body was capable of. You know what I mean? My body is capable of more, way more than I thought, and so is yours. You know what I mean? Our bodies are capable of so many things. You know what I mean? So many things that we house in our temple. So many things that make us stronger, give us the will and the courage to do things. Our bodies do all that for us. You know, they do. You know, I used to tell myself all the time that I am too old to lose weight, you know, or it's too late to lose weight. Or, yeah, I'm not going to do that. You know, I'm not going to lose weight. But the truth is, it's never too late. It is never, ever too late. It's never too late to start something new, to embark on a new journey. You know what I mean? To meet new friends that I'm going to talk about later on. It's never too late. You know, we always think that, you know, it's never too late. You know, you want to learn something, learn it. If you've never had children and you want to have a child, then have a child. You don't have to go the natural means of having a child. You can be a foster mother. You can adopt a baby. You know, you can become maybe a big brother or big sister at Big Brothers and Big Sisters. You can be a mentor. You know, there are so many things that we can do. It's never too late. It's never too late. You know, but we tell ourselves that negative talk, you know what I mean? But it's never too late. You know, once I stopped focusing on how far I had to go, because I'm like, I was way over 321 pounds. I'm like, this is going to take me forever. I'm not going to do this. To hell with this. I want to eat my pizza, and I want my ice cream, and I want my chocolate, and I love my Reese's cups, and I want it all. And I want it all in one sitting. I'm not doing this. You know, and then it's like, come on, Lexi. You can do this. You know, you can do this. You've done harder things. You know, I housed and birthed a baby. You know what I mean? My body is capable of strong things, of doing strong and hard things. You know what I mean? Our bodies are capable, especially us women. You know what I mean? Yeah, men are strong and everything, but they're not as strong as us. They can't carry a life. They can't make a life grow in their body and produce it. No, they cannot. So we are strong. We are strong. You know what I mean? So yeah, once, you know, it just, you know, I had to decide that it was gonna take me, it was one step at a time. Just put one step in front of the other. You know, like anybody who's in any kind of Addiction Anonymous or anything like that, you know, it's like one day at a time. It's the same thing with weight loss. It's one step, one foot in front of the other, one day at a time, you know, one day at a time, you know. And if you're struggling with this, you know, I want you to know your body is capable of more than you think, way more than you think. You know what I mean? You just have to give it a chance. You just have to give it a chance. You know what I mean? I started by changing my mindset from I can't to I got this. I got this. You know what I mean? And just changing from the negative to the positive. You know what I mean? Your negative thoughts are always going to be there. They're always going to try to get you down. You know what I mean? That creepy devil is always there. You know, you can't do this. Oh, there's a whole pizza over there. You know you want it. Oh, there's cookies. Oh, you went to the store just to get veggies. Oh, but you know you want those cookies in the next lane. And you know, the negative thoughts are always there. You have to change your mindset. Nobody can lose the weight for you. You know what I mean? Nobody can lose it for you. You know, I used to tell my baby, I used to tell Zoe, I'm like, Mommy could do so many things for you. But when she was learning like to potty train, I'm like, Mommy can't do that for you. You got to learn it. You got to do it on your own. You know, you have to know, you got to get that feeling, and you got to know, and Mommy, I got to go to the bathroom. You know, and that's hard. It's hard. How do you explain that to a child? How do you explain that to a little toddler? You know, that Mommy can't fix this and Mommy can't do it for you. You know, but you, of course, you know, they're not going to be 30 years old, you know, still not knowing this. You know what I mean? But you have to teach them. So we have to teach ourselves, and we have to learn, and we have to change our mindsets to be positive. You know, like, I can never do, I'm never going to do this. Yes, you can. You know, we can do hard things. I'm proof of that. I am living proof of that. I have lost over 110 pounds. Are you kidding me? Today, I forgot to post the 110 pound thing. And I've got to post that later. I'm going to post it later on. I'm going to try to take a full picture of me today and post it. And, but yeah, you know what I mean? It's a milestone, and I accomplished that. You know what I mean? Getting started was a struggle, but once I changed my mindset from negative to positive, I was on my way. I never looked back. I never looked back. You know, I've had so many starts and stumbles and starts and stops and starts and stops. But this time, I said, no. We're not doing that again. We're not doing that again. I knew that this time, this was the time for me. Divine timing. You know what I mean? Divine timing. I knew. You know, I knew it. It's like my divine spirit and my higher self are like, you can do this. You got this, sister. You got it. You got it, girl. You got it. You know, Full House, have you ever watched that? You got it, dude. You got it, girl. You got it. You know what I mean? And it's never too late to change your attitude and believe in what you want is already yours. That is the key. That's the key. You got to have it in here. It's already mine, baby. It's already mine. I've already lost the weight. I've already done it. It's already here. I'm just now, it's shedding and it's coming, but I've already done it. That's how I think. That's how I think. I've already done it. I've already hit my 1,000 plus 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. It's already done. I've already conquered so much. I've already gotten, you know, everything. I have already gotten it. It's already done. You just have to think it and believe it. Believe in yourself, because you can do it. You can do it. You know what I mean? There's nobody like you. There's nobody built like you. There's nobody like you. And when I say built like you, I mean unique like you. I don't mean what your body looks like. There's nobody built like you who's strong and tough and, you know, has that positive, you got that positive mindset. You know you do. You know you do. We talked about that this week. About getting up every morning, being grateful, you know, speaking to your higher self, your divine power. You got it. Your divine spirit. You got this. You know, you got this. My next lesson, lesson number 2, is healing takes time. You know, but you got to move forward. You know, we all have to move forward. We can't stay stagnant. We can't stay in that mindset and that sadness and that depression and that loneliness and anything. We can't stay there, baby. We got to say it's enough. I've had enough of this. I've had enough. I've got to move forward with my life. I've got to move forward with my happiness, with my dreams. We've got to move forward. You know, my experience with grief after losing my mother was keeping me stuck. It was keeping me stuck because I was blaming myself for her getting sick. I was blaming myself for her having dementia. I was blaming myself because she couldn't articulate to me and tell me what was wrong with her. I was blaming myself because, like, I have my freaking, like I'm a medical doctor, like I have my doctorate. I do have a master's degree, however, but I don't have a doctorate and I've never been to medical school. But I was blaming myself. Why didn't I know that her heart wasn't working? Why didn't I know that she was in AFib? Why didn't I know that her heart was 15%? How was I supposed to? How in the hell was I going to know that? But I was blaming myself. I was guilty. I was guilty. I was guilty. It's like almost like I killed her myself. No. Once I started to move forward, you know, my experience with that was that I had to help myself move. I had to help myself. And the one thing that helped me, you know, was therapy and learning the tools. And what I already knew, one of the tools that I already knew is that my mommy is still here. She's not here in her body in human form, but she's all around me. You see the butterflies here? That's my mommy. She's here. These beautiful black pearls and gold beads. This is my mommy. She's here with me. These beautiful bracelets. This is my mommy. She's all encompassing. She's here with me every single day. I feel her every day. Every single day she's here with me and she's proud of me. And she's like, I'm so proud of you, Lex. You are doing it, girl. She's telling me. I feel her. You know, and Spirit has told me, my angels, my saints, my guides, my ancestors, they are like, you doing it, baby. You are doing what we put you here to do. You're doing it. You know what I mean? They're like, you know yourself. Get out of that. Get out of that stagnant depression and everything. That's not who you are. You know, that's not who I am. You know what I mean? At all. You know, I learned that healing is possible. You know, healing is possible. Even when it feels impossible and it feels like we just can't go on. You know what I mean? We have to speak to our higher power. You know, we have to ask them for help, and we have to thank them for always being there, always helping us. We have to thank them. They're waiting for us. They're waiting. Your higher power, you know, your divine power, you know, your spirit, your guides, you know what, whoever you align yourself with, your God, you know, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, all the angels, there's so many, you know what I mean? Whoever you align yourself with, they're here to help us. They're here to help us. And they probably are whispering in your ears every day, saying something to you, and you just don't get it. You're not listening to it because you're not opening yourself up. You know what I mean? You're not opening yourself up. But they're here for us. They want to hear from us. They're here to do our bidding. They want you to ask them. We have free will, so they're not just going to come down and help you. You have to ask them. And they will be there. And they have been there for me. Most definitely. You know what I mean? Now, my number 3 life lesson is, it's never too late to chase a dream. Never too late to chase a dream. Never too late. You know, let me be honest. Starting this YouTube channel, it scared me. It did. It did. It scared me. You know, it's like I was wondering, who's going to watch me? Who's going to watch this lady? You know, who's going to watch this 60-year-old chick on here just talking? Who's going to watch this talking? Who's going to watch me? I was so, you know, like consumed with that. I was so consumed with that. What if I fail? You know what I mean? What if I fail? But then if I didn't do it then, you know what I mean? You know, it's like, if not now, when? When was I going to decide to do this? January 5th, 2025. Yeah, I was nervous. I was super, super nervous, okay? I spent so many years holding myself back. You know what I mean? Afraid of what people would think. You know what I mean? To hell with what people think. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Like I said before about people, you know, about my weight loss and whatever. Profanity warning, so close your ears if you don't want to hear it. If you don't want to hear it. It's none of their fucking business. Okay? And it's none of my fucking business what they think about me. It's not. It's not. I'm here doing me. You know what I mean? If we keep thinking about what other people will think, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's bringing you down. That's negative. That's negative talk. We don't care what other people think. We know that there is a group of people, like I know there's a group of people because you're here, my beautiful friend, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful friend. You are here. You've been here since day one. My day oneers and my new friends who are just coming in now. And if you're just, you know, coming in, this is your first day here. Once again, my name is Alexis. This is the beautiful Miss Yappy, my cohort here, my companion, my support chihuahua here on this platform. She will always be with me in all my videos. You know, we rescued her from the corner full of cobwebs and dust and stuff. And Yappy is a superstar, more popular than me. Because people remember Yappy, they don't remember this lady. They're like, Who was that lady with the yappy? That sparkly yappy? Everybody remembers yappy. Everybody does. It's so funny. It's so funny to me. And I love it. I love it. You know, my friends here, like I said, I think I said, right? All call me Lexi. You know me, I start talking, I forget. And then some of my beautiful friends here call me Sexy Lexi. And that is sexy with an I. And then there are some friends here that call me Luscious. Luscious Lexi. So that's me in a nutshell. And I'm so glad you're here. Welcome, friend. Welcome, new friend. I'm so glad you're here. So glad you're here. You and the rest of this collective are changing my life here every single day. And I'm so grateful to you. Yes, I am. So, you know, the moment I decided to go for it, I just felt a new kind of freedom. A new kind of freedom. You know what I mean? A new kind of freedom. You know, like I said, of course I was nervous. You know what I mean? But once I started on January 5th, 2025, there was no going back. There was no going back. You know what I mean? I'm here talking to you. You know what I mean? Sharing my story. And hopefully inspiring someone else to go after what they want. You know, inspiring you to go after your dreams. You know, if you're just here on this platform, but you don't have content, but you've always wanted to do it, do it. Do it today. Do it today. Pick up your phone. That's what I'm filming on. My iPhone 16 Pro Max. And I film, actually, I take that back. I take that back. This is my iPhone 16 Pro Max. What I'm filming on is my iPhone 11. I had it reset back to factory settings, and this is what I'm filming on. It doesn't matter how old your phone is. You can still film and do it. You know, you can do it. You know what I mean? You could definitely do it. You know, and so get started. You know what I mean? If there's something you've been putting off, you know, whether it's a fitness goal, you know, you want to lose weight. Maybe you've had a creative dream, like you want to start to crochet, or you want to learn how to bake. You know, you want to learn how to cook certain dishes, like you want to learn how to cook Chinese food, or you want to learn how to cook Italian because your dream is to go to Italy one day. You know what I mean? Or you want to learn how to make a croissant because you want to go to France. You know, anything at all. You know what I mean? This is your sign. Look at me. This is your sign to just start. It's never too late. Just start. It's never too late. Just start. It's never too late. Never too late. My fourth lesson is friendship. Because how could I do a video with lessons and not include friendship when I have all my new beautiful friends here? You know, friendships and connection matter more than you think. Matter way more than you think. You know what I mean? Something unexpected happened this year. You know, I made new friendships at 60 years old. If somebody would have told me this, you know, years ago and said, oh, girl, when you're 60, you're going to make some of the best friends you've ever had in your life. And I'm like, yeah, right. No, I'm not. I have all my friends already. I'm not making any more friends when I'm getting older. I'm not making more. Yes, you are. Divine Spirit said, oh, yes, you are. I've picked the people for you already. They're here for you. I've picked them already. They are hand chosen. They are hand chosen. You know what I mean? And let me tell you, these new friendships and connections that I've made here have been life-changing. Life-changing. You have changed my life. All of you. You, my friend. You. You've changed my life. You know what I mean? I've made friends with almost everybody who's subscribed to my channel right now at this time, on today, which is Thursday, March 27th, 2025. I've met so many new friends that are going to be here and in my life for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life. You know, for a long time, I thought making friends as an adult was too hard. because I had all my friends from childhood. We are now adults, but we've been friends since since I was 7 years old, some since I was 12, 13, teenager. You know what I mean? Some friends since I was like in my 20s, and we're still friends, right? And I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? I'm not making any more friends at all. You know what I mean? But when I decided to open myself up to new possibilities, speaking here about, my fitness journey, about losing this 110 pounds, you know what I mean? Talking about the gratitude that I feel every day, the story times, sharing my mommy's voice, the messages here, you know what I mean? Saying yes to new experiences, and part of new experiences are new connections, you know what I mean? New friendships and new connections. And I have found the most amazing people here on this platform who truly, truly, truly support me, I am so grateful to you, friend, you know what I mean, for your support, for you sharing your time with me. I don't take that for granted. I don't take it for granted at all, I just don't, you know what I mean? So if you're feeling isolated, you know what I mean, or like it's too late to form new connections, well, I promise you it's not. It's not. And you can ask my friends here. You can ask Nancy, a Crohn's Intuition. Nancy has become like my best friend on this platform. You can ask Alana, 3 Degrees of Love Divination. She's like my little baby sister. I love her to pieces. You can ask the beautiful Ange at Roots and Waves. What? That's my sister from another mister. That's my baby sister. You can ask Selena at Essence of the Moon. That is mi hermana, mi hermosa hermana, my beautiful sister. Okay? We have been children together. We were sisters together in another life, and you cannot tell me we weren't. You can't tell me we weren't. Nancy and I were in another life together too, and you can't tell me that either. You know what I mean? The beautiful Miss Rain, Miss Spiritual Rain. Oh my God. I love her to pieces. Love her to pieces. You know what I mean? The beautiful Mindful Butterfly, Miss Marie. I know Marie was sent here because she's the Mindful Butterfly. What is my mommy? A butterfly. Look at all the butterflies around me. I don't think there are any on the screen. No. Oh yeah, there are some butterflies on the screen here too. I'm listening to Mother Gaia Healing at 432 and 528 and 741 hertz. That's what I'm listening to. And there's butterflies. There's a big tree and there's butterflies. These people have changed my life. And so more. Don't feel like if, you didn't mention me, I left you out. No, you know who you are. The beautiful Miss Indigo Jaguar, Miss Heather. You know what I mean? Jackie, a crystal moon. Jackie's crystal moon. You ladies, Sally, you ladies have just come in and said, oh, yes, we love you. We support you. We're here for you. You know what I mean? The beautiful Miss Lila, Tapestry of the Unseen. That young lady is amazing. She teaches me something new that I never knew every single day. She is absolutely amazing. She's dealing with so many things in her life, but that she takes the time to teach me something? What? I mean, come on. The beautiful soul whisperer, Miss Althea Grace, who coined me Sexy Lexi. when she was on the live with Ange, right? Because she had a childhood friend named Alexis, or a school friend, and they called her Sexy Lexi. I believe that's the story. So she coined me Sexy Lexi. And yes, 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 these women have changed my life. Do you hear me? These women have changed my life. Changed it, changed it, changed it. Changed it. Absolutely changed it. And, you know, I don't know where I'd be without them. You know, I don't know where I'd be without them. I really don't. You know what I mean? So, you know, you just never know who you'll meet and how much they will enrich your life. How much? So give it a shot. You know, open yourself up. You know, make a conversation with somebody new. You just never know. You just never know. You never know. You know what I mean? And of course, you know, my last life lesson for this video today is turning 60 is just the beginning. It's the beginning, baby. You know what I mean? Turning 60 is just the beginning. Just the beginning. You know, I feel, like I said yesterday in my video, I'm going to be here till 120 and beyond. You mark my words on that. I have another 60 years to go, baby. We're just getting started. This is not the end for me. This is the beginning. This is the beginning. You know what I mean? You know, and yeah, I'll be honest. You know, I used to be nervous about turning 60. You know what I mean? Society has a way of making us feel like aging is something to dread. Oh my God, you're old. It's not something to dread. 60 is the new 30. Believe it, because that's how I feel. Believe it. No, I still walk with a cane. I still have my aches and pains. But I feel like a newborn baby. I certainly do. And I am not an old lady at 60. And we're not old ladies at 70. And we're not old ladies at 80. My mother was 89. My mother was fly. She was the flyest thing you ever could see. I need to put that picture up here. I forgot to put it in the other video. My mother was the flyest thing out there. You hear me? Jewel Morales Milner was the flyest thing out there. Yes, at 89, my mother was still smoking her weed every day. Every single day. Every day. She was amazing. She was just my hero, my shero. You know what I mean? She was so hip and so cool. Yes, my mother at 89. So yes, it's never too late. It's never too late, baby. 60 is not the end. It's a new beginning. A new beginning. Yes, that's how I feel. You know, that's how I feel. You know, I've never felt stronger. You know what I mean? More confident or more excited about life than I did the day I turned 60, August 9th, 2024. That day I was like, woo! When I turned 50 back on August 9th, 2014, I felt like a Mack truck had hit me. I couldn't get out of the bed. I had so many aches and pains. I was hemorrhaging like from having my menstrual cycle. It was rough. That day was rough. I literally stayed in my bed all day on my 50th birthday. I should have been out celebrating it, dude. I couldn't do any of that. I couldn't. I was like, oh, is this what it's like when turning 50? I just felt a mess. Not when I turned 60. Oh, hell no. I'm like, kick that to the curb. Oh, no. Lexi got things to do, honey. I am a sexagenarian, living my best sexagenarian era right now. Oh, yes. And it's down below in the description if you don't know what a sexagenarian is. It has nothing to do with sex. At all. And it's down in the description. But Google is your friend.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Echo's like, I don't know that. But let me tell you, I don't feel too old for anything anymore. No, I do not, because I've proven to myself that I can change, grow, and create a life that I love at any age. At any age. I love my life, and I'm happy. I'm grateful. I'm in love with life. No, I'm not in love with a person. I'm in love with myself. I love me some me. I love me. Lexi loves Lexi. Yes, indeed. And not in a conceited way. No, there's nothing conceited about me at all. Like, not at all. But we need to love ourselves before we can love anybody else. And I definitely love myself. And every reading and everything that I've seen lately, that parts of the readings resonate with me. Every Leo reading has to do with love coming. There's love coming. Maybe it's a past love. It's a so-and-so. It's a, well, the past love, the last past love is dead. They're dead. So they're not coming back, thank God. And I wouldn't allow them back anyway. So they're dead. So, you know, I have been manifesting. I've been manifesting the perfect partner for me. You know what I mean? You know, no, I don't want to live with someone at this point in my life. It would have to be something major for me to get married and want to live with someone at this stage. But companionship, I'm always up to companionship. You know, I would love a companion. Somebody to take me out to dinner and wine me and dine me and go here and go there and do things. I would love that. I would love that. You know, so if you've ever felt like time is running out for you, if you felt that, I hope you haven't. But if you have, whether you're 30, 50, 70, you know what I mean? Let me remind you, you're still here. You are still here. You know what I mean? And as long as you're here, there is still time to live the life you want to live your best life, to live your best life. And say it's enough. As Sonia Choquette says, be ready to say when it's enough. We know when we've had enough food. Well, some of us know. A lot of people don't. But some of us know. When you're full, you just can't have another bite. Well, you need to feel like that about other things in your life. You're full of the bullshit. You're full of negativity. You've had enough of negativity. You've had enough of the BS. You've had enough of the negativity. You've had enough of drama. You've had enough, and you're ready to live your life to the fullest, baby. You're here now. Live your life to the fullest. Stop thinking about the negative. Stop thinking about things that happened 20, 30, 40 years ago. Stop it. That's in the past. That's gone. Bye. We're moving forward, baby. Moving forward into the fifth dimension. That's where I'm trying to be. That's where I'm trying to be. You know what I mean? So, in conclusion to this video, I just want to say, you know what I mean? I just want to say, to recap, you know, your body is definitely capable of more than you think it is. You know what I mean? Healing takes time, but you have to move forward and not stay stagnant in the sadness. You know, you can't stay stagnant. And I'm living proof of that. I cried every single day for almost 3.5 years, okay? If I can snap out of this and move myself into this next era for me, then you could do it, baby. There's nothing stopping you. There's nothing stopping you. You could do it. You can move forward, and you can. Speak to yourself. Listen to your guides. Speak to your guide and your spirit and your guides. Speak to them every day, to the divine power, to your highest power. Speak to them every day. They will help you, and you will see, you will see that your life will just change. You will just bloom like a beautiful flower. Your life will change. You know, it's never too late to chase a dream. Never too late to chase a dream. You know what I mean? Look at me. I chased my dream. You all know. If you're new here today, you don't know. But I wanted to do commercials since I was like a teenager. I want to travel to Bora Bora, Paris, and beyond. You know what I mean? I want to move to Europe. I want to move back to New York, where I was born, in the Bronx. But I want to move back to New York, to Manhattan, and get me a high-rise floor-to-ceiling window apartment downtown Manhattan where I could see either off the Hudson, I could see the Statue of Liberty, or in the middle of everything, down in like the 30s, 34th Street, in the middle of everything, where Macy's is, in the middle of it all, where I could see the parade, where I could see the not the Statue of Liberty, I was going to say the Eiffel Tower. Well, I want to see the Eiffel Tower too. But where I could see the Empire State Building. You know, that's one of my dreams. Even if I only live there for a year, I want to do that. That's a dream coming true for me. You know, that's coming true for me. You know what I mean? It's never too late, you know? Friendship and connections are so uber important. Don't close yourself off to new friendships and new connections, because there are so many beautiful people out here that are longing to meet us and that we need to know, you know what I mean? And that can share so many new things with you. And you know, the one good thing is most of my new friends here, they all live in far places. You know what I mean? A few of them live in Canada, where I am going to be going. A few of them live in Arizona, where I moved here from Phoenix. I lived there for 8 years. I'm going to be going back though to meet those friends. You know, there are friends here that live all over. I have my beautiful Anna, and I don't know what happened to Anna. I lost her channel. I tried to look her up, and she wouldn't come up for me, and I don't know. Anna's Life 60, I think, is her channel. So I have to check her in the south of France, in Cannes. That's where my mother was. That's where I'm definitely going. You know, I'm definitely going there. You know, and I just, you know, so many of my friends are everywhere. But my new bestie, Nancy, she's right here in North Carolina, and I'm getting ready to see her. I most certainly am. And I can't wait to see her and hug her and touch her and just be all around her positive, beautiful light and energy, because she's amazing. She is amazing. Look down below. Nancy's a Crohn's Intuition. You need to check her out. And all my friends, all my ladies will be down below. You need to check them out. You know, and the last life lesson for this video is turning 60 is just the beginning, baby. Just the beginning. You know what I mean? It's the best. It's been the best life lesson of them all, turning 60. The best life lesson of them all. You know, if I can do these things that I've done at 60 years old, so can you. There's nothing stopping you. There's nothing stopping you. You could do it. You could be as happy as I am, be as grateful as I am, have as much love as I am. Get rid of all the negative doom and gloom in your life. I'm telling you, get rid of it today. Throw it out the window. Throw it out. Get rid of it. Get rid of it today. Stop it. Stop the negativity. You can be happy. You are blessed. You woke up this morning. You are blessed, beloved. You are blessed. So come on. You know what I mean? No negativity. Be that bright, shining light that you are. That you are. You're here, so I know you're a bright, shining light already. Like attracts like. So you're here. You know what I mean? You're here. So I want you to, you know, let me know if any of these lessons resonated with you. Let me know it. Let me know in the comments. You know, I'd love to hear your biggest takeaway from this past year. What's the biggest life lesson you've learned this year? Put it down below. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. So, on that note, I hope you enjoyed this video, because I enjoyed making it for you. I enjoyed this one. This one was one of the highlights. I love this video so much. And I just wanted to share with you the things that have the life lessons, the 5 life lessons that I've learned this past year. There are so many lessons, but for this video, for timing's sake, we only did 5. And those were the best 5, I thought, the best 5. So from Yappy and I, you know, Yappy and I are out, but we love you. We see you. We are so proud of you, my beloved friend. We are so proud of you. You know what I mean? And we hope that this video resonates with you, And I hope that it resonates with our whole collective here. You know, this is the last weekend, the last for our motivational March. And I hope that I have motivated you and that something resonated with you in this video, something to get you started, to motivate you to move forward. Stop staying stagnant. Get out of past hurts and past regrets and past traumas. Let that go. Let that shit go. Let it go. You know what I mean? You're worth more than that. You're worth more than that. And your higher power, your higher self, you know, the divine, your divine power. You know what I mean? Everything, yes, happens in divine timing, but you got to push it along. You know, nothing's going to happen in divine timing if you're not open to it. So you got to be open. You know what I mean? And I know you can. I know you can. So, mwah, deuces. And you know what I'm getting ready to say. Love you plenty.